Thanks.
America was once the dominant power on the world stage, but now a Republican presidential candidate says our nation's energy policy is chipping away at that dominance, with adversaries overseas threatening the U.S. on several fronts. So he's going all in on energy, making it the centerpiece of his campaign strategy. And here with us now, North Dakota Governor and GOP candidate Doug Burgum. It's great to have you here. Quinnipiac says 90% of voters don't know who Doug Burgum is. So in this moment, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you grew up, and why you're running.
Well, grew up in Arthur, North Dakota, a tiny town of 300 people on the plains of North Dakota. Great place to grow up, the best of America. My dad passed away when I was a freshman in high school. He was a World War II Navy vet. Mom, widow, going back to work with 3 kids. When I was in my mid-20s, after having all the jobs you have where you take a shower at the end of the day, not at the beginning of the day, working on the farm, working on the ranch, I actually worked as a chimney sweep, helped pay my way through college. I took a bit of farm ground I got from my dad, mortgaged that. That became the seed capital for a software company, and we grew from less than 10 kids to over 2,000 team members. We had customers in 132 countries, global software powerhouse. And then in 2016, there was an open seat for governor. I was a no-name. No one had heard of us in North Dakota. We were down 69-10 in the polls, jumped into a primary, and 6 months later won at 60-40.
So you went from private business to public life, and I'm sure some things have been a bit of an eye-opener in the public life since then. However, the clock's running here now on your candidacy. You have 6.5 weeks to prove that you can be on that debate stage on August 23rd. Right now, you're in the category of likely but not a guarantee. How do you change that?
Well, I think first of all, we're going to be on the debate stage, but we can get there.
You will?
Absolutely, and we'll get there.
So you're going to get the 40,000 signatures from all the states? And
absolutely, and if your viewers go to DougBurgum.com right now, maybe we'll be there sooner than you can imagine, but we'll absolutely be there.
You have said that you would vote for President Trump if he does become the nominee, but that you would not do business with him. So if you are running against him and you think you would be better than him as president, why that distinction?
Well, first of all, this race is a lot more than about doing business with people, and I'll tell you somebody I wouldn't do business with, and that's President Biden. The policies that he's had on the economy and on energy and on national security, they're affecting every single American, and Americans know this because they see it with the price that they're paying for gas at the pump. They see it on their electrical bill. They see it on their heating bill, and they see it when they see Chinese spy balloons flying over the country or China opening up a spy base. So these are the issues that affect every American.
But why wouldn't you do business with Donald Trump?
Well, this is I've spent my life in technology changing every job, every company, and every industry. And we're looking forward. I've always been in businesses, and now where I've had a chance to serve as governors, we treat the taxpayers like customers. That's why we've been able to drive efficiency, cut $1.7 billion out of a $6 billion budget in North Dakota, and kept the trains running on time. It's time that we have someone who's got an understanding about how to actually deliver more efficient services. The government is so far behind. Everyone says, and again, we've got to return power to the states. So I've seen it as a small business person running large businesses, and as a governor, the federal overreach is so incredible. The red tape, the lack of permitting, it's choking American industry. And now with energy, the whole policy that we have, we're empowering dictators like Putin. He would have never invaded Ukraine if he didn't have all of Western Europe dependent on his energy. And then we put sanctions on Russia, and what do? Now their oil and gas is off 20% off world market. Who's buying it? China. Yeah. So our policies are turning.
And energy in North Dakota is huge. But you've committed to this carbon neutrality policy by the year 2030. I think the Biden administration reflects that. How do you get pro-growth policies out of states like North Dakota if you want to go carbon neutral by 2030? Do those two align?
Well, in North Dakota they do, because the Biden administration has it so wrong. Their whole approach to everything is regulate, regulate, regulate. They want to hit goals by increasing red tape, burdening American U.S. energy industry. In North Dakota, we set that goal and we said no new mandates, no new regulation. We're actually going to cut red tape. We passed 51 out of 52 red tape reduction bills in the North Dakota legislature this year. And our goal to get there around having carbon neutrality is all based on markets. People are willing to pay for this. In North Dakota, we've got the ability to decarbonize liquid fuels. We can decarbonize baseload electricity, and we can do that in a way that's going to lower prices for American in terms of energy. And it is not going to do what the Biden administration administration, they want to put in 500,000 EV charging stations, and you can't build a transmission line in this country. And we're going to just trade OPEC for Sinopec. We're going to get all of our EV batteries from China. We can do it with liquid fuels. In the Midwest, sustainable aviation fuels coming from biofuels. We'll be the powerhouse. China imports more oil and gas than any other country in the world. And when Secretary Blinken was there, I don't even know that they even brought up energy. And then we've had families in North Dakota out of work in the oil patch, and this administration has gone to Venezuela and to the Middle East and asked those countries to produce more energy. If you cared about the environment, you'd want to have every drop of energy produced in the United States because we produce it cleaner, safer.
So you're saying
and
there's
smarter.
no contradiction between your policy and what you're pushing for the people?
No, we're doing it. We're doing it through innovation. We're doing it through markets. America's economy and America's strength. We won the Cold War in the 1980s on the base of the strength of our economy. And if we're going to try to hamstring this economy, we might as well just cede leadership to China right now. We need to unleash innovation, and it's innovation, not regulation, that are going to drive America forward.
If this doesn't go your way in terms of becoming the president, would you be willing to serve as the energy secretary?
I'm not running to be a cabinet secretary. I don't have a book to sell. All I've ever done in my life, from a startup through right now, I've been the CEO, I've been the chairman, I lead organizations, I attract talent and capital to deliver value for shareholders. That's what I'm running for.
And a farmer.
And a farmer, absolutely, still a farmer and a rancher. So all of that.
We'll see you in Milwaukee then. By the way, Dana and I, separately, have been to 49 states. And there's one missing.
And we have got...
And it's the same one for both of us, and it's North Dakota.
We invite you both to come right now, and when you do, we'll have a governor's proclamation and a T-shirt, Save the Best for Last, the 50th state T-shirt will be there.
Great to have you and great to meet you.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, thank you.